You know what I mean? So
I'm hearing you out, and I'm agreeing with everything you're saying, dude.
Yeah.
I really am, and because you're hitting a couple of nails with your hammer.
Mm-hmm.
And my whole thing is, are you actually living it? Don't give me dating advices if you have dating apps. If you're on a dating app, don't give me dating advice because I don't use dating. I've never used a dating app.
Yeah.
Never have. Never will. Okay? I believe in my social abilities, and I believe in my social skills that I can go anywhere, whether it's a grocery store, or it's a library, whether it's a concert, a bar, anywhere, church. It's like, yeah, I can go up to people and start having conversations. And I'm not talking about just dating. I'm talking about just building relationships with people in general.
Yeah.
But then you'll get people that are like, yeah, well, you should try. This is how girls are, or this is how you're supposed to network. But like, do you? What?
Yeah.
So you think that because you get 100, 200, 300 likes on a social media post that you actually influencing people? When in reality, people are just kind of be like, I just found out this guy's more miserable than I am. Like, because this is social structure, bro. People actually, it's not that they're liking what you're actually saying. It's that they're able to see, be like, you know what? Somebody's more slower than I am. Yeah. Somebody clearly doesn't understand things that I have an understanding of.
Yeah. And like how you're telling me about, or how you're speaking of likes, right? I was actually talking to a female, and she was like, sometimes I just like the pictures just cuz. I'm like, so do you actually look at it or read what they're actually saying in the comment section? She's like, not really, I just like it. It's just a
habit.
thing, it's a habit that I do. I'm like, okay, cool.
So that's another thing is people actually think, so there's like a phenomenon, you can actually look this up, dude. There's people that are really, really good at Call of Duty, the game.
Yeah.
They, in their minds, they really feel like, I'm so good at this game, I probably could go to Buds and become a Navy SEAL. And I'm just looking at them like this.
Yeah, I'm laughing because it's
true, bro. And there's people that think that because they have a lot of followers, or because they're getting a lot of likes on self-deprecating posts, oh, I'm so miserable. Hey, I had a bad day today, but I'm going to keep going forward because Jesus said to keep going forward. And then you get a whole bunch of likes, right? Because just people are just like, oh, yeah, that's cute. You know what? Like, I just go forward because that's what I'm supposed to do. This guy has to talk about it. I'm going to like it because I know that somebody's a lot worse off than I am. And people are constantly comparing themselves to other people.
Okay, so the battery died. We were just spitting too much fire, apparently. The battery just said it's overheating. So, anyways, where were we at, man?
We were talking about how people that play video games like Call of Duty and are really, really good really feel like they would actually make a good Special Forces operative. It couldn't be further from the truth. You're a bum. Go work out. Go do something outside. Stop playing video games. That's a freaking waste of time. But anyways, also another topic that we had just barely hit off was the effect that the psychological effect of followers and likes, when in reality, the harsh reality is that a lot of people, there's social structures in place, right? And hierarchies. And when you notice somebody with like a really, really, like a girl with like a big booty and in a bathing suit, sprawled out over a Corvette and a pit bull, gets like 300,000 likes. Yeah. But a girl that's modestly dressed, like really giving you a very well thought out post that's actually giving you knowledge on how to actually build something, like how to build like a awesome physique, or how to build a business, whatever the case may be. But you'll notice that their traffic's really, really low. Yeah. Because people, it's weird how people's minds work when it comes to these types of things. Mm-hmm. So it's the same thing with like within those hierarchies. People think that they're posting stuff that is inspirational, or they're like I'm just being real. It's like, you're just being real? No, dude. Like people, like you're just giving people information that is allowing them to understand your negative aspects and can actually be used against you. If you really have like a rival or somebody's actually coming after you, they can use that information. I'm gonna whoop your ass with it, dude. I mean, that's literally, you're giving them your secrets. You want to annihilate me mentally and emotionally? This is what you do. This is what I'm scared of. Dumbest thing you can do. I don't care. Oh, you don't repress your... No, dude. Especially in America, dude, it's constant warfare happening every single day. And you have to fight for your ability to not only survive, but to thrive more than anything.
Because if you tell someone your weaknesses, bro, they're going to exploit them. Like, they're going to do their homework and they're like, okay, now let me what was that quote that we heard today on that song? Improvise a master plan. They're improvising master plans. Do you understand how difficult that sounds? Yeah. When you are building a master plan, like, you got to sit down.
Or
you got
have
this
a
table.
master plan.
Yeah, you got this table out. You got a big old white piece of paper, and you're like writing things on it, dimensions, and doing some math and writing out some things like, oh, maybe we can do this, right? But when you are coming up with the master plan on the fly, that's some real shit.
And to piggyback off that idea, so you have a master plan, but there's another person that's going to look at your master plan and say, you know what, I think I can do that better.
Yeah.
In the meantime, you're over here saying, oh, by the way, here's a master plan, but these are the weaknesses to the master plan. So that the next guy is exploiting those weaknesses. Yeah. Because that's what an athlete, a competitor, somebody that's very driven to succeed, they are going to annihilate you, dude. Mm-hmm. And then you'll notice that when you bring these things up, people will be like, well, I'm not trying to, compete, and I'm not,
Why
Jesus
not?
loves me and he just wants me to help people. Shut up, dude. Like, if you really want to help somebody, help them get to the next stage, and then the next stage, improvising the master plan. Do you ever think that our plans or how we deal with people is constantly evolving?
All the time.
We can't keep up with the times, bro. Why did we go and spend $800 on GoPros?
Yeah.
If we can just use our phones.
Yeah.
Because we want good content.
Yeah.
Because the next chump is going to come along with nice content and maybe literally steal our shit word for word, which is what's happening already.
Yeah.
People are looking at you, they're saying the same thing. It's like, yo, dude, can you at least script it a little bit different so it comes across a little bit more with some ingenuity, or it comes across a little bit more personable to you? And this is before we melt another battery. I want to say one thing, dude, and I'm going to let you finish it.
Okay.
Put the cherry on top.
All right.
The whole point, it seems like this is negative Nancy. It actually isn't. There's a lot of gems. If you really are cerebral and you really listen to what we're saying, we're giving you a lot of gems, right? And this is the takeaway from this whole video. There is no other you on this planet. You are specifically not only formulated a certain way from a biomechanical standpoint and a biochemical standpoint. And then along with that, you have experiences that nobody else has experienced but you. Okay? That are exclusive to you, but you can bring that to the forefront and people can feed off of it and learn and maybe not make those same mistakes or copy your blueprint and have the same amount of success that you're having. Don't copy other people. Don't copy their stuff, dude, because it comes across as ingenuous. You have a talent and it's your job to exploit it and share it with people. That is literally like how you become, that's literally how you influence people. All right, so what I'm trying to say is, and to all the listeners, be you. Live your life. Don't copy other people's behaviors. Because people like me are going to spot you from a mile away and be like, stop trying to copy so and so. I'm a master observer of, I'm analyzing everything constantly, bro. That's why I'm always exercising. I'm always doing stuff, because my brain is constantly consuming lots of energy, so I have to train just to keep it in shape. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so the gist of this whole thing is, be you, live your life. Don't read a book.
Live.
Yeah, live. Actually do something. Don't give dating advice unless you're dating like a lot and you're literally picking up in real time real information that is going to help others in their whatever they're trying to do, whether it's fitness, dating, building a business, building a website, whatever the case may be, that's all cool and dandy. I applaud you. I hope you influence a lot of people, and I hope you change lives, because ultimately that's all that matters when your time is done on this earth. All that's going to matter is who you influenced, and were they able to replicate your success and maybe even take it a step further.
Yep.
That to me is everything.
Yep. And we'll leave off with this. This is my favorite quote from one of my favorite psychologists. He's a clinical psychologist. He's written multiple books. He's very, what would you say? How else would you describe Mr. Peterson?
He's an icon. He's a cultural icon.
Yeah. This is my favorite quote from him, and he says, let me try to remember it. Don't compare yourself to the people that you look up to. Compare yourself from the person that you were yesterday.
100%.
I'll leave you with that.
100%.
Yep. All right, well, we're out. Talk to you guys later.
Deuce.